Brace yourself. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I was just trying to get to this. So get ready now. All right. Hey, 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 everybody.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Angel Divine, but y'all already knew that.
It's Teach from the podcast. We're coming to you today with some some topics that got to be discussed.
And it may not be it's some difficult conversations, some difficult topics that sometimes make you gotta rethink some things. This is a serious one today. So brace yourself.
I'm just gonna kind of like just sit here for a second and like just give people a chance to come in because today we've been here before y'all. Cause period.
Period, Pokey Butt. It's time to get to the
Well, I just want to say that I hope your day went well today. I hope that any demons you was fighting was defeated on today. Um, I hope that you found peace today, that you found comfort today, that you looked in the mirror and smiled and saw what God saw. I hope that today was filled with prosperity, with purpose. That's what I hope for you all today. If it's not, then if it wasn't, then we got some work to do because that's definitely what God wants.
hope y'all ain't have to cuss nobody kids out at the park today.
It definitely was a nice day
Took my
today.
kids to the park today, and my anxiety was so bad. I mean, people just be. I get that they're at the park and they having a good time. But good googa did they have? Girl, I said I got to go. My goodness, my goodness.
Do us a favor if y'all are here, just give us a
Just
hi.
hey, ask look, Angel. Today, my day was absolutely amazing. Okay, I woke up on a great side on today. You hear me? My weekend was pretty rough, but today I felt real good. I woke up singing. I kept singing the same song, and it was I don't know why, but it was a good song. And I just couldn't stop singing. I think it was "Thank you for being a friend." It's like that wasn't the song, but thank you, thank God for being a friend. That's been in my head since you said that. But anyway, today, y'all, listen. Today, hey TikTok, hey YouTube, Twitch, Twitter.
No, so let me make it so that you can comment.
Hey, turn it off.
Oh yeah, let me turn that off too. So thank you, guys. Thank you.
Got your back. Thank you. So today we have a very powerful topic. Um, this is the kind of conversation that heals. Um, well, only if it's done right. So that's our goal today. Our goal is to try to heal these people. Just give us a better understanding of what grief and forgiveness look like, because sometimes we go through life situations. Let me let you start this because I'm gonna just jump right into it if I keep talking.
So
Go ahead and do your
today
thing.
our topic is grief without forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness, sorry. So the first thing that I want to talk about is grief. What is grief? Have y'all ever thought that and just thought about what grief was? Um, so I took notes, you guys. But I took notes. Well, I actually wrote my thoughts down. Is what I did. Same thing. So I said grief is. I
She
said
is on my face.
grief is a conversation that many people are not ready. A lot of times we want to tell the next person how or when their grieving should end. And let's be honest, we all want what's best for our friends and family, right? We want them to get over their grief because we want to see them happy and healthy, right? Wrong. A lot of us want them to get over their grief because we just tired of hearing them talking about it.
Oh, we.
So we just gonna be honest on this platform. We just gonna keep it real. And I just want to say, if that person was you, you're so wrong. You are so so wrong. You are so wrong because how dare us? How dare we put on the grieving person something else to deal with on top of them grieving a loved one?
My
Grieving their
goodness.
friend. Don't you think that they want to? Don't you think they don't want to be grieving either? Don't nobody choose to grieve. Grieve is sadness. Grieve is emotions that you can't control. That's built around sadness. That's built around that put you in a dark space. Don't nobody want to be in that dark space. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care what you think, what your excuse is. Don't nobody want to be in that dark space. So let's just remember that when somebody's grieving, to just, be patient with them. Give them compassion. Give them grace. The same grace you will want somebody to give you while you're going through a hardship like that. Let's be fair and give it to somebody else too. But I have a question for you, Angel.
Mhm.
Why do some people grieve longer than others? Why? I mean,
You
like,
had the brain part. Like, why do people grieve longer than others?
yeah.
Well, because grieving don't have a time limit.
Well, no, okay, yeah. It
You
don't.
know,
It don't have a time limit.
so and sometimes we grieve because of multiple things and one thing. So, as we were discussing, sometimes we don't have a we can not for. So,
So
what if I didn't forgive somebody that did something to me?
sometimes you be the one to move on the loudest in the room.
Yeah, and that be why because dang, I had this issue with this person. I didn't get a chance to say sorry. I didn't get a chance to sit down and have a conversation with them or make amends. So it hurt even 10 times worse. So then you're dealing with that on top of dang, I done lost somebody. So now you're dealing with that
But I
situation.
can never make it right again.
Never make it right.
Never make it right.
So that's what makes it harder.
I just want to say, like, how many of you guys have went through that? How many of you guys have grieved someone that you never got a chance to make amends to, and now it's too late? I'm gonna raise my hand and say that I'm one of them. My cousin, same age as me, had a petty argument, yo. I'm young, she young. Had a petty argument about something that she didn't understand, or maybe even I didn't understand. Who knows? Who even cares now? She's not even here to defend herself, so it don't even matter, right? Then we end up blocking each other on Facebook. I got two Facebook. I blocked her on one. She went back and blocked me on the other one too. She said, "You don't block me on one, I'm gonna block you on the other one." And then less than a month later, my cousin is gone. Grew up in the same household, under the same grandma, slept in the same bed, you know. And I was not even able to say, "Hey, cuz, let's get past this." It's not about nothing.
Hey love. She said me.
It's not about. It weighs hard. It weighs heavy on your heart. It really weighs heavy. You know, it really weighs heavy.
Yeah, but sometimes and it's we talk about the disagreements and it's sometimes petty and sometimes
Yeah,
serious, right?
yeah.
So then we always think that okay, we mad now, we'll talk about it later. Never not really paying attention to the fact that
Later,
we're on borrowed time.
later may never come.
Later may never come. Like
Mhm.
we used to say, here today, gone tomorrow. Mm-mm. Here today, gone today. We don't know when it's time for us to check up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly feel like forgiveness has been on me so heavy since last week. Remember, was that Wednesday? And God told me to send a message to somebody, and I didn't do it. And I was like, dang, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it because we do it on our time. But normally, well, our time, well, because our time is not God's time. So that's why sometimes we don't get that. I'll talk to you later. I'll apologize later. So my thing is, if somebody's been in your spirit, and I've learned this over the years, like if I constantly think about somebody, I'll be okay. That's God putting it on my tomorrow isn't promise. I feel like that's God putting them on my mind. So reach out to them. And it don't mean and you forgiving somebody don't mean y'all gotta be friends. Things gotta be back the way that they used to be before y'all had that disagreement. Because I can apologize. I did something to you. I can apologize and keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. So now I did what I needed to. I did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's all it is to it. We don't, but tomorrow isn't promised. So I'm gonna just say this and I'm gonna say it again. Hey, hey, Shia. Shia. How you say her name?
Shia.
Shia.
Hey,
Hey
dear
y'all. I
self.
mean, hey girl, hey. Um, but I'm gonna just say this right now, and I'm gonna say it again once we get towards the end, or even at the end, or even in the middle. How many times I gotta say it? If you got an issue with somebody, no matter who it is, just say, hey, look, let's just squash it. Because a lot of these things, we carry a lot of stuff from childhood. We carry a lot. Oh, maybe that's we carry we carry a lot of stuff from childhood, and so we grow up dealing with those situations. So if you got a situation with somebody, your sister, your brother, your cousin, whatever whoever it is, just shoot them a text message, a Facebook message, or whatever. You don't have to call them. Just say, listen, I understand we did this and the third. Please forgive me. Whatever it is that I did to you that made you feel anything but love, please forgive me. And I just did this to somebody that I said I never talked to again. Okay, so listen, you will feel so much better. It's very important that we forgive. How we not going to forgive somebody, but we want God to forgive us, and we sin every day.
Girl, you better talk about it.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Talk about
yeah. So or like I said, so we don't have time. We're on borrowed time. This has to be God because I need to forgive my dad. It's been 35 years.
Your
Since
dad's
I've
still
talked to him.
alive, baby.
If your dad is still alive, girl, listen, reach out to him. And listen, I went 6 years without talking to my dad because of something that happened to my son, right? When I tell you it was eating me alive to just I didn't want to talk to him no more. Can't. I was forced to go apologize to him. What I did was he had a big old party at his house, and I just pulled up to his house after the party. I pulled up to his house and I just said, Dad, just gotta gave him a hug. I said, I'm sorry, even though I didn't do nothing wrong. So sometimes you gotta apologize even when you didn't do nothing wrong. Because sometimes our parents aren't
Oh,
no, not even taught, but they don't have the courage or whatever you want to call it, the strength or whatever to come apologize to us
yeah.
because we their child. So they don't want to seem weak.
They let that pride get in their way.
That's in my notes. So I'm gonna get there. And that's another thing that keep us from apologizing or just reaching out to somebody that we did wrong to or did wrong to us. Pride. God don't like pride. Y'all know God is in everything that we do and talk about, even on an accident.
And I just want to say that she just said that she apologized even though she didn't do anything wrong. And I'm saying like a lot of times we may not do anything wrong, but sometimes even though they did something wrong to us, the way we handle the situation is
Yeah.
you
Our
know what I'm saying?
reaction.
The reaction be wrong because even though we have a reason to be upset, you know what I'm saying, we have also the obligation to handle it in such a manner.
Right, right.
So,
Duke, so welcome, welcome, welcome. So we just started. So the topic today is grief without forgiveness. So you know how we grieve, how we lose somebody, and we never had a chance to apologize to them or something like that. And sometimes it makes our grieving process a little harder. But so back to what I was saying, like we assume that time is on our time, time is on our side until it isn't because of. And here we go. We got the pride miscommunication. So that goes back to we don't think that we did something wrong. That's good because you just kind of checked me because I literally just said I apologize even though I didn't do something wrong. My react and I did though because my reaction to what they did was wrong. So and I may have hurt their feelings or whatever the case may be. So that's why I guess that's why I was placed on me to apologize to. So and then
a lot of, because you just said miscommunication, a lot of the stuff that we go through
is because of
is
miscommunication.
because of miscommunication. Just because and miscommunication normally be like you talking at me and me talking at you. So
Instead of
I don't hear nothing you
talking
done
to each
said.
other, yeah, and listening. I'm talking to listen
Yeah,
because we talk to be heard or we listen to respond. That's what I meant to say.
exactly. And
So
we need to be listening to try to understand
to
the next
comprehend
person.
what's going
Yeah.
on, that's very important. So I know who you are. I don't know how to say this name because that's not your name. Or is it?
I can't see that
Q.
far.
I'm just gonna call you Q. So when you because I know who she is. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart, but so when you go have that conversation with your dad, because you are going to have this conversation with your dad, even if it's through a text message or something, whenever you reach out to him, don't expect an apology back.
Don't
Because
expect
sometimes,
anything.
yeah, don't expect anything back. Because a lot of times when we go to apologize to somebody, we're expecting to hear, I'm sorry too. We're
And he
expect
may give it to you, but
Just
don't
don't expect
expect
it.
it.
Expect the unexpected when you go into this and when you go talk to him. And to whoever,
Mhm.
expect the unexpected. Because I specifically put in there, I'm not looking for a response. I just have to do what was placed on my heart. I have to do what's gonna free me and what's gonna get me into heaven. Because baby, I'm not about to go to hell for nobody because I don't forgive them. I guess I better go apologize to my baby dad.
So although we're talking about forgiveness too, while she looking at her note, I just want to say this too. You know, another form of grieving heart is because the way you treat your somebody while they're alive.
Oh, I'm about to fall out this chair.
We have to be careful for how we treat people. Your mom, your dad, your friend, your sister, your cousin, it doesn't matter. You know, just like you say God don't play about you, guess what? God don't play about them either.
Exactly. And that I know somebody. Never mind, I'm not my business. I just messaged him. I forget.
Congratulations. Because I'm quite sure, you
Okay.
know what I'm saying, you're gonna feel free. You're
No, that's no. She messaged him. I forgive him. So also ask him to forgive you too. Because you don't know if
uh-huh.
something that you did
Yeah.
may have triggered him or made him feel some type of way to not reach out to you. We don't know the situation, right? So just be like, just
Just
please
clear
forgive me.
yourself.
That's it. Please forgive me for anything that I may have done that made you feel anything other than love. It was never my intention.
Yeah.
Or I didn't intentionally make,
That's
mean to
good.
make you feel anyway. That's it. That's it. You don't have to go into no detail,
That's good.
no nothing. Short and sweet, and leave it at that.
That frees you from all of it. That way you won't be tangled up in anything.
And you're going to feel so much better because it might not be today or tomorrow, but your dad is going to reach out to you if he's still in the land of the living. He's going to reach out to you, and if he believe anything of God or in God or whatever, but no, not whatever. But if you believe in God, he's going to reach out to you because God is going to push him.
Mm.
He's going to push him. But so have you? I mean, and this is a topic. Well, I guess you already said it. Probably because I never wanted to talk to him. Yeah. Um, I pray that after today, um, you and your dad's relationship change, that you are able, if he is in the same city as you or close to you, I pray that you're able to have a sit down with him just so that y'all can go. You don't necessarily have to reopen the wounds or whatever, but just iron them out and leave it at that. Like, because I'm gonna tell you, I grew up as a daddy's girl, so when I didn't talk to my dad, I mean, well, we're about the same age, so um, this was just 6 years ago. Yeah, yeah. Wow, this was 6 years ago, and I mean, no, it wasn't 6 years ago. I made amends with him 2 years ago, but it's been a total of 6 years since the situation. But not talking to my dad, it was like a part of me was gone because my dad, I just go to his house and just chill. Like, I talk to my dad on a regular, like I was a daddy's girl, you know? So I can only imagine how you feel. I don't know what that feels like, but what I was about to say was about to be on a different subject. But whenever you have a just whenever he reach out to you, well, before he reach out to you, ask God to give you the strength to even have the ears to um
Here.
to hear what he has to say and a heart to receive it, so that you're not just listening like, oh my god, and you know what I'm
Listening with
saying.
anger.
Because that was me when I
Mm-hmm.
had to sit down. I think, did I tell you about the sit down I had? Sure did. And you know what I'm talking about. I had to sit down.
Mm.
So before she got there, I was, like, ugh. But somebody reminded me, like, just give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to definitely pray on it. So pray on it and just ask God to give you what you need to um
To get the healing process started.
yeah, because you just started it. So like Jesus for real. Yes. And watch how he mend your heart, girl. This is about to be the best season of your life. this is the season, and I just said this the other day. I'm in my season of forgiveness. Oh, that's so good. I'm in a season of forgiveness, not just forgiving other people, but forgiving myself too.
Forgive
So
yourself.
we have to forgive ourselves for the things that we accepted, and the things that we accepted, tolerated, and also the things that we put out there, because we don't know who we hurt in our brokenness.
Mhm.
So so let's jump back into the weight of guilt. Um so like we just said, losing a person and
Mhm.
losing a chance to be able to um get it. I mean to get it. Losing a person and losing a chance to fix whatever we go through. So now that grief is weighing heavy on us. Um so now so before it was, I didn't get a chance to apologize to such and such. So now when we go through the grieving process, now we're grieving. Well, I should have just reached out, or I
Mhm.
should have just called them, or I should, whatever. Now we're
Things
living in the
that
shoulda,
you
coulda.
cannot
We
fix
can't fix.
over.
Yeah. So, or now you're thinking of what's something I wish I could have done. Dang, let me just.
I was just going to ask you a question, but I guess that we already talked about it because she's talking about her dad, and I was just going to say, like, can you, talk about grieving a person that's not dead?
Yeah, well,
You
yeah,
know,
we
because
can. So, and that was a conversation that I just had with somebody too. So to grieve someone who isn't dead, um, you know, I feel like I didn't really. Well, no, it's not. I feel like. Well, I'm gonna just say I feel like I didn't have my mom, right? Even though my mom and dad was in the same household, I felt like I didn't have the same access to my mom that my sisters. I didn't have that relationship that they had. So I was grieving, or I was grieving the
Mhm.
want of or I was grieving me wanting my mom. So even though she was still alive, I was still in my grieving process, because grief is just losing something or
Yeah,
missing
yeah.
something that we no longer have. So
Mhm.
I didn't have that relationship with her.
Lord. Oh.
So I didn't have that relationship with her, and that's all I wanted. And I just had to sit down, and I was able to let her know how I felt. She shared some things with me, but I still feel like there's some things that we still need to talk about. But the most important things that hurt me as a kid and not having her, yeah, I was able to do that, and I want to have that conversation again. So, where we're both in our, you want to say sober mind, but sober mind. So where we both are really present. So yeah. So sometimes you just gotta. I feel like I want to retouch that, because I think that grief is worse than the grief of losing somebody that we can never see. Yes, I do. And I only say that because my grandma was my person coming up. Like my grandma was the person that I prayed with. My grandma, I used to wrap my grandma hair. Used to smell. I remember it. Oh my goodness, my grandma used to smell like baby lotion. Like we real big on baby magic. Okay,
Girl.
we real big on baby
I
magic.
love
My
Miss
grandma used to
Magic.
smell like baby magic, and she used to have me sing this song to her all the time. Oh my god, so much. But I'm not about to cry. I don't know why I said that, because I'm not. But I used to sing this song to my grandma. I used to wrap her hair, and then we used to pray. Like my grandma, and my aunt Francine were my saving grace for real coming up, and my aunt Trina, and my cousin Iva. Like goodness, these, and my cousin Natiri. Like it was my people that really looked out for me and that showed me what love was like, because I felt like I wasn't getting that from my mom, and I wanted it so bad. When I lost my grandma, I had just had my baby. He was 2 months old,
Lord have
2 weeks
mercy.
old. I had just lost my grandma. My grandma was already sick, but I prayed. I said, God, please allow my grandma to meet my son. And this is why we have to be very specific in prayer, because I feel like now I should have asked God to allow my grandma to be here to watch me raise my son. But I just said, God, please just keep my grandma, so she can meet my son. My grandma literally met my son and then died. My son was born July 12th. My grandma died on the 24th or 22nd. I can't remember right now. But like, I closed her eyes and everything. I still got the blanket that was wrapped up on her. Like my grandma was my best friend. So, and though I grieved that, because dang, God, you gave me this baby, then took something that was so important from me. But yet I still didn't really have my mom for real. Even though she was alive and we was, right around the corner from each other, I felt like Um, I still didn't have her. So to watch her with my sisters, like, and I remember they used to say you. I remember they used to say I was jealous of them, growing up. It wasn't that I was jealous of them. I wanted what they had as far as the relationship with my mom. So that made it more difficult to still be living and to see her loving on them and what she do with them. Even today, I ain't even gonna front 'cause she was just in town and didn't come to my house. And yeah, that still bothers me. And it shouldn't, but it do, especially when you say you got So I'm still grieving her. Even though she's here, even though I can talk to her, even though I can touch her, and that makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, why I gotta beg? Like, I already told you how I feel about a certain situation. And in this moment, though, as I'm talking and I'm hearing myself and I just got chills, ooh-wee. So in this moment, after you tell somebody what hurt them the most,
When they still do it,
and they still do it,
you gotta be okay with it.
do I continue to try to fix it? Now that you know, do I just wipe my hands with it?
I'm not gonna say,
I'm not asking you this question.
but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I'm not gonna say just wipe your hands with it, but I'm definitely gonna say you're gonna give it to God
Oh yeah, for
because you
sure.
done did all you can do
Yeah.
already. So now if she comes back, 'cause it may take some time,
And I get that. I get
And if
that.
she
But
comes back, are you gonna be ready to receive? That's a question that you're gonna have to ask yourself because you gotta just remember that we're human, and even though we don't know why people do some of the things that they do, and we don't know why they operate the way they operate, past traumas,
yeah,
what I'm saying? And people deal with them differently because we all different.
yeah,
None of us is the same.
absolutely.
So it
And we
might
don't
take,
react the
we
same.
don't react the same. So it may take a little longer, and I pray that's what it is. But like I said, just give it to God. Like,
Yeah, and I already did that, but I mean, it ain't no but. But dang, I'm 36.
right.
You know what I'm saying? We're
No,
not getting no younger. The main thing that
for
we're
sure.
talking about right now is that we're on borrowed time. We don't know how much time we have.
But if you give it to God, then you just continue to live in your life. That's
And that's
not
it.
on
Yeah,
you.
yeah, right,
That's
right.
up.
So that's why I said what I said. Like, dang,
Hmm.
how do I continue? Well, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna continue to let
Just
it
keep continuing to move forward.
let the boat float
Yeah.
how it floats. But she said, she know how that feels because that's how it is with my dad and my sisters. And it's so unfortunate because how come and I'm going through this with I don't know why I was about to call my son too. He's 12, 13. He asked his dad, why do you love my siblings more than you love me? Sometimes and it's I don't have the answers for that, but all I know is I used to tell my son, like, I know how you feel when it comes to that, but not when it comes to that because both parents are in prison. So his dad isn't in the house. So when he's constantly reaching out to his dad and he's just like pushing him away, I can understand why he feel that way because I felt that way. And I asked my mom, like, dang, why you act like, why you treating me this way? You acting like you don't love me. Like, why is that pleasant when she said what she said? And I just brought that back to her remembrance. She don't remember saying what she said. I think,
I don't know, but
okay, well, whatever. We talked about a lot of stuff. We'll talk about that later when it's my story time. But, she said she don't remember saying that. And she laughed when I said it. When I told her what it was, and she was like, was I drinking? And when she laughed, like, I'm like, damn. Like, I was crying. That's not a funny matter to me. So um I said all that to say it's worse grieving a person that is alive to me than grieving someone that's not here anymore. My 4-year-old is dealing with the same. We're gonna have to connect. I'm gonna reach out to you after this because so is mine now. He ain't really grieving it. He's just having a hard time
he
with
just starting to
understanding
recognize what's going
the
on.
inconsistency
Yeah.
of his dad. Like, don't tell me you're coming and you're not. Like, he straight up said it. He was like, Mom, you know what? I'm never going to his house anymore. I'm just gonna go with you and your boyfriend.
I
That's what he
love
told
him
me.
though.
Like,
I love him.
and I'm sitting here like, how do you even know to even put that together like that? And he said, I'm not gonna be mad about because he always say he coming and he don't never come. I'm just gonna go with you. And I didn't say his name, but I'm just gonna go with you and him. And that really made me, and that when I tell you that made me see red, and I had to text his dad yesterday something. real nasty because the way my son feel right now, should know 4 year old. He ain't even 4 yet. He's 3, and he said that. So and so what I would tell you, babe, is just continue to show up for your baby, even though I know you are. Just continue to comfort him so that that part that is missing, you're filling that with love, and that's what I'm learning to do. So I'm telling you that, and I'm telling myself the same thing because now that I feel like I have to do this too because we have to protect our babies, and sometimes we're gonna have to set them boundaries and them standards. Like you are not going to be allowed to come in and out of my child's life when it's convenient
I
for you,
agree.
only because it's affecting the child more
I
than it's
agree.
affecting us. So that's what's gonna cause
I
him to
agree.
grow up with behavioral issues.
Hmm.
And I say that because I experienced that with my oldest. And my baby now, he's showing traits. I'm like, yo, why are you doing this? Like, where are you getting this from? And then he'll just get so mad. I dealt with that with my oldest. So just try to redirect that.
Okay, I'm gonna read what she said. BFF said, "My son hasn't spoke to me in months since he moved out. He resents me for trying to keep him from the rural lifestyle that I know will only lead him down a harmful path if he doesn't change. I have done my part as a mother. I reached out and I forgave him, even without an apology, because I want to walk in forgiveness myself. I understand now that forgiveness and reconciliation, are the same, are not the same. I forgive him, but that doesn't mean I reconcile.
Reconcile, reconciliation.
Reconciliation requires humility, accountability, and growth. Just as the Most High forgives us when we return to Him, we are also expected to show change in our actions. Until then, I will continue to love Him from a distance and keep my boundaries in place. And
And
you
that's
know
good. We
what?
definitely must set boundaries
That's a hard thing, you
to
know what
set
I'm
them
saying, to
boundaries
do and
and stand
say,
on it.
yeah, when it comes to your child.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying, like, but you have to because if you don't, then it's gonna continue to be the same thing over
it's
and
gonna
over
be a
and over
cycle.
again.
And then that's teaching them. I feel like I said, I don't know
I
what
just
it's like.
closed this up like I was done. Like,
I don't know what it's like to not. So even though I grew up with both parents in the house, I felt like mom was with my sisters. No, it ain't no. I feel like my mom was with my sisters and I was with my dad. My dad called me a boy until I was 15. I was in the field with him, shooting guns, working on cars, building buildings,
cause
laying
you went
cement.
where you
I
recognize
felt
the
love.
love,
Like, and
right?
even though my dad wasn't affectionate, and this is why I'm breaking this habit right now with my kids because my dad wasn't affectionate. Like my dad ain't like my kids be all on me like, I'm like, oh, get off me. I can't stand to be touched. My dad, he showed love with, come on, boy. Like he literally called me a boy. Come on, boy. We went fishing. Like I said, we worked on cars. I hung out with my dad and my uncles and my older cousins. So, and I'm tough like that. Like I show tough love. I was. I'm now becoming an a more affectionate person because I'm allowed to now show the softer side of me, which I never been able to because I always had to play like my feelings was never hurt because I was my dad's boy.
Always gotta
So
be
we didn't.
strong.
Yeah, I always had to be strong. I thank God that my mom's friend, that God spoke through my mom's friend and told her Angel's not as strong as you think she is. Because my whole life, my mom and dad used to always say, like, you the strongest one. You the strongest one. Never help me do anything. And I'm like, dang, why y'all can't help me? Because you always figure it out. It's not that I always figured it out, it's because I always
I ain't had
had
no
to.
choice.
I had no choice. And that's even with my lifestyle
Hmm.
right now. Like I am everybody's help. I'm everybody's person. I'm everybody's strength. So like when I'm weak, like this weekend, I only had me. I didn't reach out to nobody because I'm used to nobody, or everybody always saying, Angel, I need you. I'm going through this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I had my weak moment, I had to go through it by myself. So
That's me.
I'm always picking myself up? So yeah, I don't even know why we just went into that. They ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about.
Hey, it had to be said.
Yeah, my goodness. So to get back to the topic, y'all, listen. I know how we be. But anyway, so let's just talk about understanding forgiveness. Um, like we already said, forgiveness is not about them. It's about you. It's about you. It's not about him. It's about you and your healing process. Because now the healing really begins. when we going through our healing process, we think that we're healed or we, whatever.
It's a process.
It is a process. It ain't 3
It's a
steps.
process.
It's about 50 steps. And every step is important. We can't skip over steps when we are in our healing process, when we are in our healing journey. Forgiveness, I believe I believe when you're going through your healing process, I believe forgiveness should be number one.
Yeah, it got to
Because
be
we
number
must
one.
start with forgiving you. We
It
have
has to be
to.
number one.
And we have
And
to.
also, you need to understand that forgiveness does not mean allowing someone to study mistreat you, study do the same things they did to you. Just because you forgive somebody don't mean that you still have to sit in that. You can choose to forgive and move on.
Yeah. Literally the same. I never hear I love you in my household. I never heard I love you in my household growing up. I never heard I love you in my household growing up, but God blessed me with kids and that just love on me every chance they get. And that broke. Yeah, see, and I saw that. I saw that and I'm like, oh my goodness, I absolutely loved seeing that. And since that day you've been in here, I've been allowing my kids to be in my personal space. Oh no. I know the devil is a liar. I've been allowing my kids to be in my personal space like, oh my goodness.
They trying it, y'all, but hey, we still here. They
Yeah,
trying
so
it.
I've been allowing my kids. So thank you. I definitely appreciate God showing that through you. So yeah. I heard that like my mom did used to say, I love you, I heard her, being a very affectionate to my little sister. And she's still spoiled rotten. I didn't mean to scrunch my face up like that.
So you did hard too, girl. Like, oh my God. I was trying to see if you were still the same person.
No, but that's my mom's favorite kid, and we know it, and she said it. But we know it. You ain't gotta say it. We know. So anyway, so forgiveness is about you, and you can forgive someone without a conversation. Because like I said earlier, like sometimes they're not gonna say nothing back. Just send your message like, hey, I forgive you. Don't my bad about the face. I always talk to my face first. So you send your message saying you forgive them. If they respond, they do. If they don't, they don't. But still hold forgiveness in your heart. And a lot of times we ask for forgiveness. Oh my God, I need. You may not ever get closure, cause man,
You gotta learn to be okay with it. Learn to be okay.
Be
with
okay
it.
without closure.
Y'all listen. She is busy today, baby.
Not she. He. The devil is not come here. Okay. So and then even after someone is gone, um, so after we lose somebody, we're gonna go through the grieving process, and it has to be that. We can't stick because the longer we stay in the, I wish I would have said something. I wish I had one more time. Because I watched a lot of people mistreat their mother,
Still doing it.
mistreat their mom, and their mom died. Now they act like the world owed them something. No, baby.
Be the loudest one. You casket with her. Why you didn't take care of her while she was here?
Get your tail in that casket then.
You will never see me disrespect nobody, like especially not my parents.
I ain't gonna disrespect nobody.
I'm not gonna disrespect my.
I don't disrespect my parents at all. Even as an adult, I don't cuss in front of my mom and dad. Like if I slip up, like I don't girl my mom. Like if I slip up, I apologize. Like my other sisters, they be cussing. I'm like, you cuss in front of my dad like that? Mom, you gonna let them talk to you like that? I ain't gonna do it because I ain't gonna do it. I want my days to be very much long.
The moral of the story is take care of people. Love people while they're here.
So let me ask this question though, real quick. This is kind of off the topic, right? But Facebook, I need y'all to join in with this. YouTube. I ain't gotta ask you because I already know what your answer gonna be. So, Q, I'm gonna ask you this. So, you see a situation with your dad, right? If your dad needed you right now to come, baby, I need to come live with you. I'm down and out. I need you. You let him come stay with you.
You said you were gonna ask me.
Because I didn't know you are. Like I know you are.
I mean, I guess it just depends.
On
Like
what?
it depends on the severity of the crime. Like it's a
Why it
lot
gotta
of
be
things.
a crime?
A crime is something that was offensive to me.
That's a crime.
Yeah, in my book, like and it
You going
depends.
to jail.
It just depends because, like I said, it depends on the nature of why are we getting to it? What happened?
I mean, if it don't have nothing to do with like sexual assault or nothing like that, like you know,
I'm gonna always take care of my parents. What you said?
she said, sis, he's sick now, and I honestly know I wouldn't. So, and I asked that question because I wouldn't either. But I asked that question because it was this guy. I don't know if we talked about this, but it was this guy who, his mom put him out at 17. I talked about this before last week. His mom put him out at 17 for a man or whatever the case may be, and told him he was like, "Well, dang, what am I supposed to do now?" Him and his siblings, and she said, "You better figure it out." Then the man ended up, whatever whatever. I don't know what he did, but the mama reached out to the son like, "Need to, son, I need you." And he was like, "Shoot, you better figure it out." And everybody was like, "You only get one mom type thing." And I get that we only get one parent, but parent only get one you. My mom could never have another me. My dad could never have another me. It's only one me. Can't nobody angel divine better than angel divine. You hear me? So you better treat me like you might need me one day before you go into the nursing home.
I feel what you're saying, and I totally agree. Every individual is special. There is no replacing that
Because I'm putting you in a
individual,
nursing home.
and I understand all of that. But for me, my parents, as long as I can, I'm gonna take care of my parents.
We
Like
know.
I'm just them.
We
I'm
know.
just is, and I'm gonna do it without the plan. And not just my parents, my husband's parents too.
Mm-mm.
My husband's parents too, because when I married him, they became mine. So
Your family is your family. Like I'm just joking. Because when I get married, my husband's family is my family.
that's how it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so back to the topic at home. Forgiveness is releasing yourself for being emotionally tied to the pain.
Again.
Forgiveness is releasing yourself for being emotionally tied to that pain. So let's back up a little bit. So the first thing that I said was forgiveness is not always about them, it's about you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can forgive somebody without conversation, without closure, even after they're gone. Forgiveness is releasing yourself from being emotionally tied to that person. So you go through whatever you go through because we don't know what's going to happen. A lot of new parents need to think about how they treat their children for that reason. Absolutely. Not even just the new parents. A lot of parents, period.
Just people in
So
general.
a lot of parents, people, but not just how they treat their. And I'm about to say this, and it's about to talk to me too. Not just about how they treat their parents, but how they treat their siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Like my mom, and I know that it hurt my mom because we can never get together. Me and my siblings can never get together. When we get together, it's World War III. Okay? Because once mistake is always with me. Once I say something wrong, oh, it's like I done said, I can't even say what I was about to say on here because TikTok or Facebook, everything, somebody is blocked me. But if I say something wrong or that one sister don't like, I have to get into it with both in the niece. Like it's not like, okay, Angel, we don't agree with what you said or whatever it is. Hold on, why you in? Why you can't just and after that, I don't even want to be around y'all no more. And because why I can't have a difference of opinion? Why I gotta think how y'all think or do what y'all say or what y'all feel is the right way to do it or whatever the heck. But anyway, I hate that this thing keep dying. This ain't mine, it's my son, so I don't even know how to make sure the screen stay on. Um, hold on, let me put my glasses on.
I forgot what you said for that. Yeah.
What? What? I don't know. But so anyway, you weren't say this, but you can't punish yourself forever for something you didn't know would be your last chance. Even though we're going to because it's flesh, because we're human.
No, once you learn to forgive yourself, the grief that you're experiencing, that you having such a hard time getting over, would easy. It would ease. It would definitely ease. When you grieve, some people grieve people forever because that's just the loss that you can't get back. But it would ease up once you forgive yourself. Because now you're not putting that extra with it. You know what I'm saying? Now you're not. It's not. You know. So they listen. When I lost my cousin for the first month or so, I was down. I'm not gonna even tell no story. And I lost my sister. And when I lost my sister, that's my baby sister. But my baby sister heard it. Don't get me twisted. But the grief of my cousin was more intense for me because I didn't get because it was stupid. Like I don't even remember entirely what the argument was about, but it was so dumb. And now she's not even here, and she can't even argue her point. And she young. We young. But I forget. I have forget when once I forgave myself, then now I can talk about it. Now I could be like, okay, it happened. I forgave myself, but it taught me never to do it again. I'm not even finna argue with you because what we finna argue for? Okay, so you feel that way, and I feel this way. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
But here's the thing. You said that, and here's the thing that I don't like. And I said that I will no longer do. If I have a disagreement with somebody, except for my kids, that I do. So like I want to talk about the disagreement right now. I don't want to wait until tomorrow because tomorrow is not promised.
It may not
And
be
I don't
promised.
want and sometimes yeah, you do need that space. Like I just need
Yeah,
time to cool off. But come on now. We don't need a day's time to cool off on a disagreement.
it depends on how it depends on how deep that disagreement is. If I see that disagreement, if it's just a petty disagreement, okay, well we just got different opinions, different okay, whatever. That's
Agree to
just
disagree.
yeah. We just agree to disagree. Like Tiffany just said, we just agree to disagree. But if it's something that's intense and something that we have to come to a conclusion, something that we have to agree upon, if it's like decision making or, what I'm saying, or something dealing with how we're going to operate or run some things that has to be, then that's different. But if I see something like it's, you getting riled up and, I mean, it's just taking you from 0 to 1,000 and it shouldn't go there. Baby, I'll talk to you tomorrow. And when I talk to you tomorrow, we're not going to even talk about this.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about something else because this is done.
Okay, so then when you do that, you still leaving that um it's what is it called? Like so now it's just unfinished. Like it's just open. It's just sitting there. Like this is something
But
we
it's
still
9 times out of 10, it's not about nothing anyway. Not to that sense where, what I'm saying, like if it has to be handled, like I said, if it's something that, what I'm saying, like that's called that we have to come together for to do something, that's one thing. But if it's just that, oh, so you said the sky is blue and I say it's purple,
no, that's
baby, bye. I'm not
okay.
gonna be doing, like that's crazy. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right,
So
baby.
what you saying?
Everybody
Everyone is
need a little inviting grace. You better
okay. You
talk
better
about it. You better
use
talk
it.
about it.
Okay, so like we can just keep going on and on and on and on and on and on it. We already we done already hit it all.
We hit it all.
So yeah, we done hit it all. So now I just whoever was listening, who do you need to reach out to? Who do you need to text? You don't have to call them. Who do you need to apologize to or just ask for forgiveness? Like I said, you're going to ask for forgiveness because our reaction to the action may have caused somebody something.
Can I just tell y'all to start with yourself?
Definitely. Definitely.
Just in case, just start with yourself.
I forgive you. I just did this weekend. I told you I don't know what I was feeling this weekend.
And then I also need y'all to understand that, forgiveness is a choice. So you may not feel it in here right away. You got to first make the choice to forgive. Once you make the choice to forgive, you say, Lord, I forgive this person. Lord, I want to forgive this person. Lord, allow my heart to meet my mind on this thing right here to forgive this person. Because you may not feel it right then and there that it's forgiven. And some people say they forgive, but they don't because it's still festering. It's still festering. So you got to really honestly forgive. And do y'all know what forgive means? That's just, do y'all know what it means? That means let it go. Make it like it never happened. And I say that not to say to let it happen again, because please remember it, but remember it, but don't let it affect you moving forward. Do not let it affect you moving
Yeah. So again, who do you need to forgive today, and what conversation are you avoiding? I guess we already touched that with you, Lady Q, because that's been something that you've been avoiding for 35 years. So for whoever, what conversation are you avoiding? Have somebody reached out to you like, hey, let me know when you got a time to talk or whatever? Yes, chosen, I don't know who that is, but she said I need to
forward.
forgive
Sheila.
myself.
That's right. That's right.
Sheila on your
That's your TikTok.
yeah, so how do you know who it is? You saying Sheila?
That
Just
looks
say
like Sheila. That's like my friend. That's a girl.
I
Bring it
can't see.
close.
Well, whomever it is. Oh, she said yes, it's me.
Uh-huh. I know her.
Okay. So like the first step, yes, is forgiving yourself. So, look at the mirror, pull your phone up, turn that camera on and say, I forgive you. So, and I say this whenever we have somebody on here, and whatever it is that we going through, what would you say to the old you or to the unhealed you, for those of us who's going through our healing process or whatever? What would you say to you to continue to encourage yourself to go through your healing process? Let some of those things go. And it starts with forgiveness. I forgive you for accepting the things that you know that you should not have accepted. I forgive you for belittling yourself,
For putting yourself
for putting
down.
yourself
For
last.
putting yourself last at the bottom of somebody else's
Oh
shoe.
my goodness. I forgive you. Like, yes.
And then and if I had a chance to talk to my cousin, the one who's gone on that I did not, have a chance to apologize to, I would tell her in this day, like, girl, that stuff was so stupid and it was so dumb and it should have never happened. Whatever happened, what I'm saying, was not important enough for, what I'm saying, us to go on like that, because only memory if I want to have about you is the good
It's
ones.
the good ones.
I don't want to remember the bad.
So can I ask you to do something? Because I'm about to ask everybody to do it. I'm so big on writing letters. So how about for whomever it may concern? Right? Whoever you have a situation with, sobriety is a conversation that I don't want to have because I've been doing it since birth.
That's our next conversation, Sheila. Then guess what? I'm gonna call you when it's over with, because we're gonna see if you could come on.
Mm-hmm. So I want to
We're
just
gonna get some healing started. I'm sorry.
go
Go ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
I just said we're gonna get some healing started.
So I want to do this, and even to you, Sheila, with what you got going on, what you want to talk about, write a letter to yourself. Write a letter to yourself, but I'm just telling you this, Sheila. Write a letter to yourself, about what you experienced through that and how it made you feel. So write that letter to yourself. And then, because I feel like during that, when you write that letter to yourself, it's gonna reopen some things for you to face, because we're real big on facing it. You gotta face it, feel it, and free yourself from it.
Mm-hmm.
So just write a letter, and it may not take one day. So just start today, write a little bit, and then tomorrow write a little bit more, and then write a little bit more until your letter is done. Then whenever you have your conversation with her and you come on here, I'm not gonna ask you to read the letter. We ain't gonna ask because that's none of our business. But then once you start to free yourself, it's going to take a lifetime. Just ask God to help you with it, and it won't. It might take a couple weeks. But ask God to help you with that letter, and everything that He wants you to put in there that needs to go in there will be in there. And then you can start your healing process so that you can forgive whoever. I don't know what it is, but you can start to forgive yourself and forgive whoever caused you anything that got anything to do with what you just said. And then when you come on here, we're gonna ask you something about the healed you. But for everybody who lost somebody and didn't get a chance to, Yolanda just said, sorry, y'all, we got to read this comment real quick. Yolanda said, think about how many times you've been forgave.
Amen.
Absolutely. Almost every day. How much mercy and grace have you been shown? That makes me forgive others that much easier. The word says, forgive 70 times 7.
And that's to be clear, 70 times 7 don't mean 70 times 7.
Like in real life.
That means forgive them so many times that you don't even count. You just got to keep on forgiving. The same way you want God to forgive you,
Absolutely.
forgive them.
Absolutely. So, but those of us who've lost somebody and was not able to apologize or whatever the case may be, write a letter to them. Just write a letter with everything that you wanted to say, just like you just said. That's what I was about to tell you. So, with everything that you wanted to tell this person that you didn't get a chance to tell them, just write a letter and put it in that letter. You know what I'm saying? Like put it in that letter, and then because you know how sometimes, put it in
And
that
then
letter.
put it in a balloon.
Tie it
That's
to
that's the balloon.
yeah.
What?
And let it go. And let it go. And let it go. Because
Or you can put it in a bottle and throw it in the
ocean.
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 Oh.
In the Grand River, because somebody else might get it. It might come to me and I might read it.
Oh Lord.
So, but no.
They're gonna be like, oh, somebody.
But no, release that. You need to release that. So whatever it is, pray about it. Ask God what you need to do to release that pain and that release whatever it is, because you still holding on to that. And so that's what's gonna keep you weighed down. So write a letter. Just write a letter.
And then I want y'all to look in the mirror. Look in the mirror at yourself. Look in the mirror at yourself and tell yourself that you forgive you. Don't just say it. I want you to look at you when you say it. Because you got to remember who God made you to be. Start loving on yourself again. Start seeing you for the person God made you to be.
Yeah. Because she, their comments be 10 seconds. So she just laughed at what I was saying.
Oh yeah.
But no, for real, forgiveness is real big. Once you do, you'll feel way lighter. So I say this. Anyway, don't wait for a funeral to say what you can say today.
Did y'all hear that? She said, in other words, she said, live in peace now. Don't wait to rest in peace. That's what she just said.
Yeah, that's good, because there's a couple people that I need to reach out to. But don't wait for a funeral to do what you can do today. My biggest thing is I always say, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. Mm-hmm. So again, don't wait until a funeral to do what you can do today. So I got a couple conversations that I need to have with somebody as soon as we get off this thing. But that's real big. That's real big, you guys. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace, especially for us who've been dealing with grief and just living in it, and just living in it and keep going and keep going. Ooh, I can't stand the way I procrastinate. I just made a Facebook status the other day, like procrastination got me in a chokehold like Melvin had Jody and Baby Boy. I'm not playing. I'm not playing, y'all. I got 4 chapters I need to read. Okay, like help me, God. Please remove the spirit of procrastination. I claim that thing is out of me today as I speak right now. I will no longer be a procrastinator tomorrow.
Amen.
Wait, God, tonight.
For anybody.
Tonight I will go home and do some homework. I'm going to start tonight, but I rebuke the spirit of procrastination. It cannot live in this temple.
And none of y'all temple.
And none of y'all. Well, I'm talking about me right now. It cannot live in me. Like, I'm just joking, y'all, but it cannot live in none of us. So I pray that spirit is up off of us on today. The spirit of unforgiveness, I pray that is not of us. I pray that is removed from our spirit. The spirit of anger. Oh my God! I ask that He remove it, because I ain't got hot.
God, please give me a voice so I can start singing too. Amen.
Give it to her, because y'all should be here tearing my ears. Oh. Okay, like I'm joking. I was just joking. God forgive me for lying, because I just said I was joking, but I ain't joking. But I am joking. You ain't been tearing my ears up.
Lord, please forgive me for lying, because I'm not lying, but I am. God, she just do me so wrong.
I can't sing, but I have a real voice. When I said, "Oh my God,"
no, she told me I could sing.
Oh the devil is a liar. Yeah. In the shower
right now.
Let me hear you.
No. You a hater.
Like, I'm not. Oh my goodness, my friend is probably hater too. Okay, so give yourself some grace. You didn't know, for those of us who's going through, like even you, I'm sure you gave yourself some grace because you was able to forgive yourself. But you didn't know what was gonna happen. So we didn't know what was gonna happen. I need to tell my girl Val. Oh, I didn't even say her name. I need to tell my girl this too. You didn't know what moment will be your last chance. You didn't know if they were gonna be gone. So yeah. So yeah. So I just asked that. I hate when people that really can't sing that song. Oh my goodness. I can't
Oh, okay. She gonna say so. Oh, okay.
I can't stand hearing people that can't sing that song because that's how they sound. Sing it. Let me hear you.
No, then I just tell her that.
Okay, I'm just saying I can't take it.
Listen, y'all.
Anyway, so I ask that God remove the guilt, regret, the pain, and everything, and teach us how to forgive others and ourselves. Okay. So don't be mad at yourself. Okay. Give us the courage to fix what we still can and the peace to accept what we can't.
Serenity.
Yeah. So God, we release guilt, regret, and pain tonight.
Yes.
Teach us how to forgive others and ourselves. Give us the courage to fix what we still can and the peace to accept what we can.
Serenity.
Breathe, stretch, shake. That's that thing. Okay? It's gonna keep you down. So yeah. Anybody got anything to say? No? We're gonna wrap it on up. Wrap it up.
We thank you guys for your participation. We thank you guys for being on here too with us tonight. We thank you for the souls that we were able to touch, for the change of minds that we were able to change in a positive way. Um, we love you guys.
I don't love y'all.
Be back here, y'all.
It's like I do.
On Wednesday by yourself.
Y'all, guess what? I'll be on this thing Wednesday all by
You'll be on here
myself.
Wednesday by herself.
If I got somebody to come on here with me, I'm gonna try to get somebody on here. I'm hoping to get somebody on here on tonight. I'm gonna reach out to them today when I leave. But anyway, thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys. We appreciate y'all for coming on with us. Y'all already know how we do it every Monday and Wednesday, 7 p.m.
Eastern time.
Eastern, 6%. I don't know why I was about to say that. But we appreciate y'all for taking time out y'all day and engaging with us and coming on this thing and encouraging us to keep on coming back. Because whether y'all show up or not, guess what? We're going to show up each and every time. Okay. So as you continue to go about your day, go about your week, know that you matter. Your feelings matter. Your voice matter. Your vision matter. You are here on purpose for a purpose. Forgive those, even if they did not forgive you, or even if they did. I don't give a gosh darn, whatever it is. Forgive them so that God can forgive you, okay?
Amen.
And remember, smile, boo, because it looks good on you. And until next time, live in peace.